Hey, hey, hey! The crafty cutie here at Chico Art Studio. And today I'm kind of like trying YouTube for the first time. And I'm super nervous and afraid of failure. And I feel like I've tried to do this before and just gotten too fearful of who knows what, right? It doesn't really matter. The point is that here I am recording myself, and I thought it'd be kind of fun just as my first YouTube video to share what I learned today when I was trying to prepare myself for this video. So today, let's see, I have a note card here. I'm super nerdy and yeah, I just like geek out on stuff until I feel safe and comfortable. And so for me, I am a technophobe. So for those of you who don't know what that means, it means I'm very fearful of technology, and I'm also very afraid of new things. So here we are. We're all in this together, trying to face our fears and live the best life that we can. So YouTube is a great place to be able to share a little bit of yourself with others. And so today I kind of learned in terms of YouTube, if you also have always wondered what it would be like to create your own YouTube videos, it's kind of simple so far. I mean, I haven't actually seen if this works and is uploaded to the interwebs. You know, all that stuff is kind of beyond my comprehension because I just am not a technological person. So anywho, we're going to focus on this video part. We're going to focus on some geeking out on knowledge. So YouTube. Basically what I learned is if you were to just go and download the YouTube video app, you can kind of create your own account there. But what I learned is that you also have to have something called YouTube Studio app. And so it's kind of a duality, right? Which is what I'm all about, duality. So make sure you download the YouTube app on your phone and also the YouTube Studio app on your phone. The other thing I learned is that if you were just to go onto YouTube and try to create an account, you would need a Gmail account prior to signing up with YouTube. So it's kind of one of those things where I feel like I kind of jumped into step number 2, got halted, which normally would send me into fight or flight. Usually I'd be choosing flight and be like, I really don't need this in my life right now. And, you know, I just kind of forget about it. But we're facing our fears together and we're working together to figure out stuff that's probably pretty simple once you get past your fears. So the next thing is once you create a Gmail account, also then download the YouTube app and also the YouTube Studio app, then you're kind of ready to rock and roll, right? Some other kind of advice I thought was important to share is that you should really kind of do a test video first to see what, you know, angle works well, how your lighting is, if your microphone is working, etc., etc. So I kind of played around a little bit with different positioning of my mount on the table, and yeah, here we are, we're testing this one. The kind of awkward thing with my mount is it's probably my own fault because I probably have it flipped in the wrong direction, but I can't really see the screen, so I'm super OCD. I'm hoping that everything's kind of like not off to one side or the other because that will drive me crazy, but I'm sure it'll be a good blooper type thing where it's like, yeah, of course my first video was lopsided. Okay, so other than that, it seems to be really basic. I am actually currently trying to do my first video right now as I speak to my phone. So I don't know how this is all going to turn out, but basically the way I was instructed by watching YouTube videos about setting up a YouTube video, which was kind of funny to me. But anyways, I learned also that then all you have to do is make sure, you know, you have a fully charged battery. That's kind of important. I have to admit, mine is only about at 50%, so we'll see what happens. But yes, try to have your battery fully charged, and also connect to Wi-Fi. So that's probably something I didn't do now that I think about it, because I think I disconnected my Wi-Fi to kind of up my connection or whatever. So I do need to actually reconnect to Wi-Fi. So another thing is that it's really simple, you know. You just need to go onto YouTube, look for where the little camera, you know, like an old school video camera icon is, and then click on that. And that's kind of as far as I've gotten right now. I clicked on the camera icon, and then there's kind of a little record button, so I pushed that, and here we are recording. So then after, because we want to just kind of like go through to the end of the instructions. So the other thing is, at some point, you know, I think maybe when I stop this video, it will say, let's see, create a description. So, you know, I'm going to have to probably come up with a title and a description for this, which I haven't really planned out, but that's okay, because we're here and we're facing our fear. So yeah, after you have your description written out, you can also include links there, which will be a great idea in the future when I'm technologically advanced and I use links and stuff. So then, let's see what else. Oh, another thing I thought was important that I wrote down was to have kind of like a call to action, you know, like subscribe to my channel or whatever, you know. And so yeah, definitely make sure you hit the subscribe button on Chico Art Studio. I guess I can't like have, this is important information too, you can't have like a custom URL, which would be, you know, like youtube.com/Chico Art Studio until you have 100 subscribers. So I have to get like 100 subscribers, and so do you, before you can have a custom URL. But eventually, you know, this will be Chico Art Studio. So what else did I learn? You can upload as public or unlisted. I'm going to go ahead and just go public with this because I feel like everything I will be sharing will be stuff I want to kind of get out into the world. And so maybe if something's like a benefit, you know, on my Patreon or something that I haven't set up yet, but, you know, my future Patreon that I've dreamt of setting up, yeah, then I could, you know, have that. Anyways, that could be unlisted, because then I think that would be something that people would pay for. But anyways, don't get caught up with the details now. Let's keep it simple. So yes, upload it as public or unlisted. And then, let's see, click on, like when you go into your description, you can click on a pencil little icon, and then you can add a custom thumbnail, which seemed like the people who were sharing in the YouTube videos I watched were saying that that's a good idea, you know, to have a really nice thumbnail to kind of like draw people in. But I don't really know that that's going to be something I have available today. I'm just kind of testing this out for my first time. So then what else? Yeah, shoot, edit, and upload. So now we're kind of at that point where we are just needing to upload, because I'm not going to do any editing. I just figured I would kind of share my experience so far today, when I really decided, you know what, today is going to be the day that I finally connect this YouTube channel to the Chico Art Studio, so we can start doing some instructional videos and really sharing, you know, the kind of gift of art with others. And it's just going to be kind of a fun adventure, because I, like I said, am a technophobe, and so this is very new to me and overwhelming. And I'm trying to embrace it during these times. You know, just a little side note, because who knows when you'll be watching this video, or when anyone will be watching this video. But today is actually hump day, and what I mean by that, it's Wednesday. So the way the work week, ironically, goes is, you know, we have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, hump day, and then we have Thursday, Friday. So today is Wednesday, it's April 15th, so we're kind of like smack dab in the middle of the 4th month, which to me is kind of like the second quarter, right, if you will. And so I realized that, you know, there's 2 more weeks left in this month. What am I going to do with that time? Because as we are in this April 15th, 2020, we are also in the middle of a coronavirus pandemic, which has forced many people to go into what is called shelter in place, where you're really not supposed to leave your home unless you have something emergent or an essential item that you're needing to purchase, such as food, water, toilet paper, etc. And so yeah, here we are trying YouTube for the first time in the middle of all this. But we're really trying to become a little more versatile, a little more focused on outreach. How can we reach the most amount of people in the most powerful way? So, oh, excuse me. So, yeah, no one tells you about that on the YouTube preparation videos, you know what I mean? They're not like, oh, hopefully you won't have to sneeze. I never sneeze, and right now I'm like, achoo. Anyways, so yeah, I feel like the world is becoming a lot more reliant on virtual reality, which was very much something of the future, when I was growing up. And I really think that during this time where everyone's supposed to stay home, I'm sure most people are becoming a lot more reliant on their technological devices. I live kind of in the middle of the forest, so I'm an introvert, so I never had really like that thing with my phone or computer or any kind of social media. So this is all new for me. Once again, like I said, we're here and we're gonna face our fear. So maybe you stumble across this and you're not really trying to start a YouTube channel, but you just need to hear someone say, you're here and we're gonna face our fear. And so for me, technology is one of those things, but I'm very passionate about sharing art with others at this studio, Chico Art Studio in Northern California, in a little amazing art town called Chico, California. So yeah, we'll see where this goes from here. Hopefully the next video I'm doing is a little more on point. Hopefully I'll be dealing with, one of two things. Psychology or art, kind of my two passions. Alright, well, once again, I am the Crafty Cutie. I actually do some live video broadcasts on Periscope if you have that app. If not, I highly recommend downloading it because it's a great way to also watch live videos. It seems as though there's a live video on here, so I'll have to try that out as well. I think I have to wait for a day or something. That's another thing to tell you. If you get super amped and you're like, yes, I'm gonna download the app today, I'm gonna do my first video, like I got super amped, and you're ready to rock and roll, and then you see in the settings that you can have live videos, and you click on that to enable that. It will kind of give you like a code, that it will send to your text to your phone, and then you'll have to put that in, and then it will tell you it can take 24 hours to kind of make it live. So I'm kind of waiting on that because I thought that would be an easier option for me, just because I am not very like social media-ish, and the only thing I really do is Periscope, and it's like super basic, so I feel like I'm kind of like a slow learner when it comes to technology. But anyways, so you can also follow the Crafty Cutie on Instagram. I don't Facebook much, but you can always follow me there, and definitely follow me on Periscope if you have the app. Alright, so this is Chico Art Studio, and I'm the Crafty Cutie, and I hope I shared a little bit with you and gave you some courage to, as I said, if you've always wanted to try making your own YouTube video, going ahead and taking those basic things I mentioned earlier and going for it. Yeah!